bother renaming the channel. Anyway, so okay, so this is plot point 1 of the plot point campaign in Rippers. Rippers Resurrected. And you, this as the title credits roll, the opening scene is you in London. You're in a local university in London, and you're the guests at the moment of Arthur Harmsworth. He's a professor of ancient civilizations. You are friends with him, and he has been something of a good contact for the Rippers previously. So, you're not really close friends with him. You know of him and you've worked with him and things. But this is a good opportunity to sort of relax and socialise with Arthur. And you'll be sitting in a snug. There's a roaring fire crackling away with logs on it. And you've got an arc, a semicircle of comfy chairs, and you're all sort of sitting around staring against the flames. It's a November evening. It's around sort of 8 p.m. and you're just meeting up with him for a soiree. An arc.
You just said we have an arc of chairs, and before you got to that point, I was like, "Wow, like the Ark of the Covenant."
Let's open it. Let's open it.
It'll be fine.
Oh, hey, let the priest open it.
I'll just close my eyes as I open it. That's the best way.
Yeah, say a little prayer.
So Arthur will say, so we have worked together previously, but I've never really got to know much about you. You, especially Alfred, you're a relative newcomer. I don't think we've worked before. You're Swedish, that's right?
Yes, I am.
And a businessman of sorts, I hear. A successful businessman.
Well, success. I'm trying at least.
Splendid. And what do you usually... What do your trade?
Well, I thought about a new concept. I'm traveling around the world and trying to... what you say is trying to accumulate new stuff and to buy to my storage and sell it off. Well, that is usually the business thingy, isn't it?
Ah, wonderful, yes. Artifacts and the like.
Oh, yeah.
That's very interesting. You'll know that, well, and he says, well, as you know, I specialise in Egyptian artifacts, and particularly translating Egyptian texts and the like is one of my specialties.
Oh, I'm more into new stuff, but you know, I'm a history buff, so I like everything that is old, and especially stuff with history.
Oh, splendid! I'm sure we can have many happy hours around the fire discussing Egyptian history then, if that is something that interests you.
Yeah, so sounds very good. I smile. I smile a lot, by the way.
A charming guy.
Well, yeah, not.
It depends on the smile, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. I'm quite clever.
And sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, my charisma is at 0, so I'm not that charming.
Arthur will puff on his pipe, sending a purplish smoke into the sky. Yeah, and we'll look towards the other three, Frederick, Arena and Jonathan. I hear you have recently returned from Ireland. Word has it that you had some trouble there?
Just a minor bit of problem. We dealt with it.
I see. There was rumour it had something to do with the horsemen. I didn't realise tales of such a creature could be true.
Yes, we came up against a horseman while we were over there, and discovered that we'd got a need for gold weapons that I'd never really imagined.
I see. Yes, I hear from tales previously of the Rippers that creatures often have some sort of vulnerability which can be exploited. And you say this one's was gold. That must have been an expensive thing to get. Just
Luckily, the intended victim had some spare gold.
Well, there are not many that can say that, so you're most fortunate to be with them. I'm sure diamond weapons would be useful, but perhaps even more expensive there, Frederick.
Yeah.
But, sadly, I'm flat out of diamonds, really.
Well, the weapon would be very small if it was made out of a diamond.
Just as you say that, Frederick, there is a click sound and his electric lights go out. There's just the beginnings, sort of right at the end of the century. It's around 1895, I believe this is set, and it's just electricity starting to be used in more richer households. For the rich, but
I never get used to it. I look around and look very surprised.
This elastic trickery, it's all the rage, but it's a little unreliable still.
Indeed, you'll hear Arthur fumble around with some matches and strike one. You're right, this never used to happen with gas, so unreliable, this newfangled electricity.
It'll never take on.
If you wish light, God can provide.
He fumbles around. He had to light one of the candles on a table to one side. Just as the candle flickers to life, there's a loud crash that comes from a nearby room. This is one of the galleries. The objects in there are priceless. There shouldn't be anyone in there at this time of night. And he stands to his feet.
I'm on my feet and running for it straight away at the just something about priceless artifacts just gets me going.
Is it you that want to steal it, or you just want to make sure it's safe?
Is there really any difference?
No.
If somebody's come to steal it, then we can always cut their hands off.
I just get up wherever I'm sitting and just look around and see how the rest of the group is reacting.
I think we should just walk calmly towards where the noise came from and be prepared for any difficulties.
I tend to agree on that one and nods towards Jonathan. I think I was the one who said that.
No,
it was
it was
Frederick.
Frederick.
Oh, then I nod to Frederick. You're the priest, aren't you?
I'm of the clergy, yes.
Okay.
I would
You
call
see,
myself a priest, more a vicar.
I have a lot of crosses on me. I'm very religious.
I'll draw my sword and head straight on over it, whilst everybody's debating about it. Although I think Arena's ahead of me probably because
Just slightly.
there's a lust of trinkets that need saving.
So speedily, oh, not so speedily. Most of you will make your way there. I think all of you, in fact.
I think Jonathan Arena is ahead of me and Frederick. I think it should be all the way around.
I thought we were starting from that room. Oh, right. Okay, we're going into this room. Right.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Okay, so you've come from the south, and you've heading north down some corridors. It's a little way. It's in a different sort of wing of the university. It was just echoing a lot because it's quiet and night time. And there's no one around really at this time. You'll rush up and burst into this gallery area. You can see that there are lots of artifacts and books and the like around here. And as you get closer, you see that there are a gang of rough-looking ruffians who are turning over items, knocking things on the floor, other things they're sort of stuffing into their pockets. They're making a proper mess. They are
Attack!
They are armed with they've got sort of clubs and that kind of thing. As they spot you, they'll one of them will say, "There they are, get 'em, lads!"
What?
Yeah, and Jonathan, you're first to react.
Cool. I'll head towards the closest one, and I will get in first. I'll stick him with the sword.
All right.
That'll do.
You lash out and the sword will clatter against the guy. He tries to parry it with some books he's been trying to steal, and it dampens some of the blow, but he looks a bit stunned from your assault.
Okay, I'm more prudent. I don't get in, so I step to the and slowly get down on my knee and pull my knife I have in the boot, and just wait and see what's going on. Just keep me at the distance. I'm a fighter. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover.
All right.
That is what I do.
Irina, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot the guy near the stairs because I don't want him escaping with my treasure.
All right. Okay, there's a loud bang and the air fills with the smell of powder smoke. The man gets struck square in the chest and flies back onto the floor and goes down.
Okay, sorry, just checking my pace, which is thieves, you shall not escape me. And I just charge. I want to jump over the table and get over here, so I have to do anything special to get up there.
It's give me an agility check. Yep, you hop up.
Okay. If I attack him, no, I can't attack him then because I did a agility check.
No, that's fine. It's part of your movement. I just threw that in.
Okay, I will attack them. Okay. May God's wrath knock you into the next world.
Oh, you're
he
a tough
dead?
priest. You killed him.
He's a fire and brimstone guy. You stick him in the stomach and he goes down, spilling his artifacts to the floor. Oh dear, he might not make it. He's trying to sprint. Oh, he does, just makes it. He swings with his cudgel towards Jonathan, but you step to one side quite easily. His friend moves to leap up onto the desk, which will actually give him cover for both of you that are on there, but he needs to make an agility roll. Come on, don't not do. Oh, he does it. And he will go for. He'll go for the priest, I guess.
God will never forgive you for attacking me.
He doesn't look bothered. Looks like a proper ruffian. You know, that's rather dull. Hold on a second. I've always got it in for you, haven't I? I'm going to Benny that. He tries to hit you with his club. Oh no! 2 ones.
God
No, that's
protects-
because God's against him.
He's fighting the wrong person.
He is, isn't he? Oh, we should have had -2. Well, they all missed anyway.
Every time he tries to hit him, his eyes get watery. Oops.
You guys gonna get somewhere very quickly.
He can just get there if he makes an agility roll. And he does just. Right, have at you, priest. He doesn't wild attack. Oh, there you are. He brings down the club on you. Oh my goodness, on your.
Shouldn't you have had a -2 for the sprinting?
He should. Let me have a look. Does that knock the parry, the raise off?
Yeah, it does. It knocks it down to a normal hit.
Normal hit, so it'll just be. Oh, you won't get that crazy exploding dice. 7, 8, 9 over your. So you'll just be. It'll be 1 wound. I'll just amend that.
Phew, yeah, that made it a lot better.
Well played, Aaron. Which you so.
Save me. My God, you have the voice of Aaron. You saved me.
And Aaron playing the part of Metatron.
The other one is just coming down the stairs. Well, running down the stairs a bit slowly. Get him, lads, we can fight these off. He says rather optimistically. But Frederick, you're up.
Right. Do you remember what I said to you a couple of minutes ago? Well, ha 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 ha. Feel the wrath of my lord.
Yes, it is working. Okay, you good grief. Your priestly garments get splashed in blood once more. You're right, with a vicious party this one, he's on no mercy. And he goes down, falling off the table, crashing onto the floor.
Come on, have at ye. There's more of me to go around.
If you want to end your turn.
He's too busy gloating.
The sane one among you. I'm all for the violence. The violent kind of guy. Well, not me, but...
I think he's still hiding. Fluffy.
Is he there?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm here. Sorry.
It's alright.
So much. Oh, are they still fighting in there? I'm not looking at it. I just listen for the noise. I have the knife in my hand and just listen to the noise to subside. I maybe peek around the corner just to make sure they're still fighting. I will not enter the fight. As I said, I'm not a fighter. So I wait.
It sounds like a complete carnage in there. There's screams.
Oh shit! I'm contemplating on leaving this and trying to get some police to arrive or something, because I hear shooting and shouting and whatever. So I think I'm gonna try to. No, I'm just gonna wait it out a little bit. One more turn, see how it develops.
All right. Well, I'll put you on hold then, eh?
Yeah, do that in case some stupid guy is trying to kill me.
Alright, so these guys here will he'll continue trying to hit Jonathan. It's another mess. The club falls towards the priest, but you're ready for it this time. He hops up.
Don't slip over your friend there.
Okay, I'll stab the guy in front of me.
Alright.
Yeah, okay.
You forgot a bonus, by the way.
Oh,
You wouldn't have
ooh,
passed
I've
anyway.
still missed anyway. Yeah.
Because I forgot it last time too.
I'm just in awe of Frederick kicking off there. I'm sort of like just standing there, sort of like ineffectually waving my sword, just watching Frederick really.
He's the priest of doom. Ooh, a bit loud, sorry. A gunshot rings out as Irina takes a shot at the one of the thugs.
That wasn't loud at all.
Wasn't it? No, that's alright.
No, I thought it was perfect. Got my attention.
Oh, sorry, I ended the turn actually, Alfred. I presume you were just holding still, were you?
Yeah, I am. I'm not moving unless somebody's moving against me.
Okay, these thugs are going to get a spirit roll, and oh dear, they're feeling strangely brave. Alright, so this guy is going to hit Jonathan again. You'll notice these guys look a bit sort of, their eyes are red and bloodshot, and they look sort of really rough sorts, unshaven. They're a bit sort of smelly, probably a bit flea ridden. Look like they certainly come from the wrong side of the tracks in London. Takes a swing at Jonathan. Oh, you remain shaken.
That was a nice roll. 1.
Yeah, I'll leave him shaken. I don't want to spend too many pennies on these guys. And this, the other one will try and cudgel this crazy priest. Get down, damn you, he says, and misses.
I'll penny that.
Alright.
Ooh. Ouch.
And he's down.
You're a killing machine, Arena. You killed both of them, haven't you?
2 so far.
2 so far.
I think the priest killed a couple as well, though. Yeah.
I am sorry, Mr. Thug. I've got bad news for you. The spot underneath you's already taken. Whenever you collapse, you're going to be on top of your friend. Die.
Sound like Clint Eastwood.
Benny! I shouldn't have gloated. I apologize, my lord. I will just kill him with no gloating.
The help from Jonathan just makes it a hit.
Well,
Thank you, Lord, for helping me in this need. And I am later.
Could you put me on wild attack, please?
Alright.
Thank you. I'm annoyed because I've been ineffective, so I'm going to take my frustration and anger out on this guy.
Okay, everyone else is butchering them, and yeah.
Yes, good job. I went on wild attack as well.
You had a gang up bonus as well.
Ah, shaking him.
I think you put that in because you did the +1 there.
I did do the +1, that's why I got +3.
Alfred, are you still want to remain on hold?
me?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, I'm just gonna wait till all the noise stops. All the fighting noise stops.
Noise has stopped.
Oh, it has stopped. Well, then I just slowly go forward. I mean, walking through the entrance like this.
Okay, just as you come around the corner.
Gotta
I
move
hear
with the priest.
another shot is fired.
And the last guy goes down just as you turn the corner.
I'm like, I look at Arena with wide eyes. I'm like, what the hell? They just broke in. They didn't like. They're just thieves. They don't deserve to die like this.
Yeah,
And
that's fair
don't
enough.
and don't point that gun at me, please.
Be allowed to live, but just with no hands.
The whole area falls into into silence. Now the whole university goes quiet.
So what were they taking then?
I'm slowly moving towards the corpse and making sure they still alive, or is somebody alive there? Try to avoid getting blood on my clothes, though.
You look around.
There are two at the table, aren't they? On the table, or
Actually, two of them are still alive. You'll see them sort of moaning softly from the wounds.
so I bend down and I say I'm sorry, and then I check their pockets. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, you check the pockets. Rooting through the pockets of these men, you don't find much. A few sort of pennies and the like on them, used handkerchiefs, but you do find on all of them that they've got a bit of paper which is wrapped up. Small wrapped up bit of paper. On it, it's marked with a small yellow flower.
Oh shit. Do I know what that is? Is there any way of doing a knowledge roll on that one? A common knowledge?
Yeah, if you want to make me a smarts check, you can all do this if you're looking at the sharing the.
Yeah, I'm showing the rest of the group. Oh, look at that. 11. Almost 2 races.
Okay, the image is a sort of a Chinese symbol, small yellow lotus flower. Look it in there. Yeah, as you unwrap the bit of paper, you see that there's a powder-like substance in there, which, with those smarts rolls, you expect it's possibly opium.
Oh, medicine.
Well, that's the rest of the evening sorted out.
Party time.
I'll get
Okay.
one of the thugs sword tip at his throat and say, quick and easy or slow and painful. Who sent you?
Cake, please.
I don't offer cake. I'm a witch hunter.
It would be Frederick, who was the cake or death for the Church of England Inquisition.
Yep.
Take your
I offer sort of like quick death or torture.
Don't know the reference.
I don't know, but don't kill me. I can help you. Information. I'll give you information. We were just told to nab the prof. He just said make it look like a smash and grab in here.
Who said?
Well, it was our leader who hired us. I don't know who hired him. Freddy.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, not him. Freddie Marchant, the guy's name.
Freddie Marchant, and where can we find him?
Make me a intimidation roll there, please, Jonathan. He's got a house down Whitechapel way.
No, you wouldn't be lying now, would you?
3 Combe Abbey. Please let us go. I can tell you whatever you want to know. They just paid us an opium to come here and make it look like a burglary. While the others grabbed the professor.
Others?
I'm sorry. What are you? What were you looking for? Why are you burgling her? Is there any particular thing you were looking for?
Professor?
What?
It was just a distraction while the others nabbed the prof.
Shit. You said what? Let's run back.
I'll dispatch him quickly. He's earned a quick and easy death.
He's so generous.
I am shocked again.
His eyes wide.
As you're running back, I look over to Jonathan. Did you actually kill that person? Why?
That was the deal I made with him. Quick and easy, or slow and painful.
Remind me not to piss you off.
Alright, you spin round though after dispatching the guy in a grisly gurgling death, and you spin round and rush back down the corridor to the room, the snug, where you were previously sitting talking to the professor of Egyptology, Arthur Harmsworth. In the room there you can see the professor's gone missing. The seat that he was in has been knocked over backwards, and he appears to be gone.
Do we see any sign of of struggle, or?
You can make me a notice roll if you wish.
I will do that. Is that enough to see if we found?
Yeah, because you're looking around the area where you last saw the professor by his chair. You see a small bit of a small slither of sorry, bear with me, just trying to work out what it's made out of. It's like a small flat trinket. It's partially decorated with some Chinese writing. Looks like it might have been dropped in the struggle when they were sort of carrying off the professor.
Can I see which direction they went? Is there any way of seeing that?
Well, the doorway is the door to the snug is open.
So they went in and out the door. Then somebody have to have seen them. They're probably not far away. Let's see if we can catch up or find them. So I run up to the door and wait. Turn around and wait for them to join me, or go in front of me.
Okay, is everybody going
Yep.
with Alfred? Alright, everyone can make me agility rolls, please.
Wow, I'm rolling good today.
Okay, you speed through the corridors, and there's very few people around at the moment. It's pretty empty and echoey. You follow a series of open doors, so you can check and find out sort of where they've taken him. You can see that essentially it leads out of a side door. The side door is sort of open, blowing in the wind, and it leads out into a rather misty, smoggy night in London. There are the signs in the ground here in the mud of wagon tracks, carriage tracks, which appears to have sped off fairly quickly.
We'll follow those tracks.
Okay, you follow them out into the road. However, the roadway here is just so full of mud and other tracks that really it's impossible to follow them directly from here.
Do we have
Tracking roll?
Do we have our own cart or horses or coach or whatever? So
Don't believe so, but you can certainly hire one, or you could try and get the money together to buy one.
Buy one?
we'll call down a taxi then. There must be taxis floating around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Did you have Hackney carriage cabs then, Aaron?
1890s, definitely.
Yeah, they
Hansom
had.
cabs. Hansoms, they were called. Either 2 or 4 seater. If you ever seen an episode of Sherlock Holmes, there's usually Sherlock and Watson inside a 2-seater cab with the cabbie on top driving it.
Ah. Well, go ahead.
A tracking roll to try and sort of find something unique about the tracks we want to follow.
Oh, okay. Yes, sure. Make a track and roll there, please. It's going to be difficult though.
Well, I'll give you an assist.
Perhaps you better just do a tracking roll on your own.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, much better than an assist.
But is it enough?
Okay, you'll examine the tracks of the car, and you will find some distinguishing marks in the wheels of it. There'll be various sort of chip patterns and formations on there. That means that it would be easier to recognise these carriage tracks. The difficulty is though, once you get out into the street, there's just so much other tracks and things in there, and also it'll go on sort of cobblestones and the like, that it makes it impossible really to track the carriage any farther once it sort of goes out into the open. But with that roll, you do think that you could identify those tracks if you saw them elsewhere.
We could always check for turn-offs from the main street where it's perhaps muddier or...
Yeah, I mean, we have got a lead. We have got a place that we know the guy who is their boss operates from.
Yeah.
So I was just going to say yes. That's the best place we should go.
Yeah, perhaps have a look around there before we go in for any more of these tracks.
Yeah, we have an address in Whitechapel.
Cab to Whitechapel then.
Cab to Whitechapel. Okay, you quickly flee the scene of the crime and get in a cab to Whitechapel. There is in Rippers there is a favour system, which you can sort of spend favours to, and you have sort of reputation. So you can spend favours to sort of smooth over incidents of this sort of this nature, which means that you won't lose status. I'll go into that a little more.
So we won't be killed on sight by the London police.
Yeah, that'd help. And your status, you can buy things with it. Yeah, you can use your favours to sort of buy things. It's a bit like in Pathfinder Society, you get prestige and that kind of thing. So I haven't handed any out yet, but I will do. And you'll also, another thing you get is lodge points. So eventually, when you're seasoned, you can create your own lodge and start sort of building things upon it. Or in it.
Building your own organization.
And secret bases and things.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can make your own holy water making thing.
I would need a lot of dwarves. I mean, dwarf servants. It's cool.
Fair enough. Why not?
Why not?
Anyway, you managed to flag down a Hanson card.
So yeah, where are we going? Where there's like millions of people here. Like, do we have any idea where they're gone? I look around to the rest of the boys or girls.
We don't know for certain where they've gone, but
so we are just getting in this cab and just roaming around in the blind.
No, we know who hired them.
Oh,
who their boss is. So
okay,
and who
I see.
their boss is.
If you had
Let-
joined us
We
in
need
combat,
to torture.
you would have.
I was
known this.
right behind you guys. Didn't you see me?
Yeah, didn't you hear that guy tell me in exchange for a quick death as to where his boss was?
No, I wasn't. I was more paying attention to the note and the yellow powder.
Ah,
I'm not into like all that violent stuff.
I'm not into it. It's just a calling.
It just comes natural.
It just happens around us.
Yeah.
In the carriage, I am going to change over weapons. I shall sheathe the sword because that's a little bit suspicious looking walking around with a big sword out. So I will strap on the claws, which is also suspicious.
Because nothing says safe, nice citizen like a pair of monstrous iron claws on your hands.
I've only got them on one arm.
Anybody who has any Ripper technology on them? No.
Don't think so yet.
No, they're not They're not Ripper.
It just like
claws. They're strap-on claws.
And I think now it'll be when you get your own lodge that you'll be able to start ripping tech from things. I think you need some goodies to do it. Anyway.
yeah. Let's find that Chinese guy. Anybody know where he lives exactly, or what do we know about this person? And why doesn't? Why is he after the professor?
We don't know. Stop asking questions and let's just get there and we find out.
Yes, I agree.
We don't know why he's after the professor, but we'll find out.
Yeah. As we sit there, I start to pick up my notebook and make notes. I'm journal. I'm putting up a journal on this. Everything I do is written down.
That's cool. Okay, you'll start scribbling away.
Don't forget to mention that you gave valuable support.
That was the horse in your carriage. Sorry, carry on, Aaron.
I was telling Alfred, don't forget to mention that he gave us valuable support.
Rear guard.
The carriage clatters along the cobblestone streets of oldie Victorian London. The air stinks because London smells about this time. I don't think they quite got around to the sewer system.
Well, sewers are there, obviously, they're in place, but it is the great.
It's working.
It is.
It's mad.
Yeah, it is the great stink at the moment. And anyway, you tell the carriage driver to not spare the horses, and he thunders through the streets, heading towards Whitechapel to the address of the possible gang leader, the guy who was the leader of the gang of thugs who attacked the university, the leader Freddie Marchant. You eventually come to a small, dirty tenement building, largely run down in a really sort of seedy part of Whitechapel. Well,
And that's saying something.
yeah, it is. Yeah, a seedy part of Whitechapel. The carriage driver will look down and well, this is it. You sure you want me to drop you off here?
Sir, could you please wait here till we come back, if it's not too much to ask for? I'll pay for it, of course.
As long as I'm being paid, that's
Of course, and
that's
Must be
fine.
nice for some people to have.
we are a customer. You provide a service, we pay for your service.
Well, you mind how you go there?
Thank you very much. Thank you for the warning. I wait for the rest of the guys to lead on. I struggle behind them.
Yeah, the cab driver's thinking, that's my rich Swedish visitor. I don't want the rest of London getting his money off him before I do.
So, which house is it then, Jonathan?
I'll tell him the house that Doug said.
Number 3, wasn't it?
That
3A,
was it.
yeah.
Number 3.
Right. I heroically charge up ahead and
You charge.
bash
Shit.
on the door.
I'm like, guy, or okay. It's probably too late. I don't even have time to stop them. Ali.
I am heroic.
I'll get my gun out then if he's bashing on doors.
Yeah, I join them behind them, so just observing.
Dirty-faced children watch you from dark alleyways as you thunder upstairs, heavily armed. There's people generally around. It's like a corridor that leads up to this guy's property. Children cough. Always. Probably a probably riddled with typhus.
As I walk behind them, I tell everybody, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I tell everybody, like, try to keep up appearances.
Alright.
I'll just glare at a child and
Kick him in the face.
No.
Move it.
just glare at a child and let him see the claws, because I know that they're giving out signs to, giving out warnings to the guy that we're approaching.
If there's no answer within 10 seconds, I will try the door handle, and if it doesn't open, I will just give it a good kick.
Okay, so you knock on the door first?
Yeah, I knocked on the door first.
What? Are we? I'm pleased. I look at the arena and nods, like, yeah, this is how I usually do it. Knock on the door.
There's a pause and there's no response.
Try the door handle. See if it's open.
Do you try the door handle? The door's locked.
Then it's boot time.
Alright, make me a strength roll.
I'll
That is
just
so
move
pathetic.
past him and get my lockpicks out.
Okay. Frederick foot thumps on the door and he sort of bounces off. There's a big footprint, muddy boot print on the door. Calmly, Irina walks past him, bends down and begins fiddling in the lock. After a moment, you'll hear a click as the door unlocks.
I'm impressed.
That's very amusing. Okay, so
Your father were a locksmith, I ask, Karina.
Yes.
Okay. I wait for the rest of the people to enter the
No,
room.
you go first this time.
Oh, no, I insist. You seem to know what you're doing.
That's okay. We'll go
After
first
you,
then.
sir. After you, sir.
For the crowd that comes in behind us, you can guard our rear. That's very kind of you.
So nobody enters the room then?
Oh, no, I'm entering.
Okay.
alright.
Right.
You open the room. It's currently in darkness. I guess as anyone, well, you'll be able to light a candle, which is next to the door. Inside,
I'll
you-
light a candle because I only need one hand to fight with.
Alright, great. The flickering candlelight illuminates a highly untidy room, and as you swing open the door, the stench of sweat and urine fills your nose. There's a washing line tied, hanging from the ceiling with various items of clothing on it, and there's other clothing just sort of scattered around on the floor. There's a unemptied chamber pot next to an unmade bed. There's half-eaten food and the like lying around. It's a complete tip in here. However, you will notice that on a table there's a big pile of wallets and watches.
I'll go
Looks like
over and have a look at the wallets and watches.
It's like it's a fees den. Do I notice any like hidden exits or?
No, it's just a one-roomed property. It's the one room that he sort of lives in. There's curtains which are kind of nailed up rather than sort of opening, covering his window.
There's no way upstairs or anything?
No other exits from this room, no.
No trapdoors.
No trapdoors on the floor. It's just open floorboards here. No carpet.
I'll grab the money, the watches, and just go through the wallets and have a bit of a look, see whether there's any similarities between the wallets they've stolen.
Not really any similarities, although
I guess there wouldn't be ID quite as much as there would be in these days, actually. I was just wondering if, he'd been kidnapping other professors or anything.
there's nothing in the wallets to suggest that here. It looks like he's probably been down the West End and has been relieving gentlemen of wallets and watches. Maybe the gang has been involved in pickpocketing.
Oh, this looks like a dead end.
I pocket the watches anyway.
I like you. Opportunist.
Yeah, you'll be able to pocket the watches. Well, you're going to need to be buying stuff, I guess. You already need a carriage or whatnot. However, well, it says investigation roll here, and I'll go with it. Has anyone got investigation?
Oh yeah, that's my speciality.
Okay, it should usually be used for written things, but it might be slightly different in Rippers, and I'm going to go with it as being looking for sort of clues and the like, so you can make an investigation check if you wish.
Let's use my Sherlock Holmes-like ability. And with a 14, that is quite good, isn't it? 2 races.
That is pretty good. Anyone else who has it can...
I look around, don't say much. I just look and try to focus on stuff that are out of place or can give me a clue.
No, I don't have any kind of investigation. So
Nope, neither do I.
No, me neither.
I had a suspicion that you were not an investigating type of persons.
Well, it's a good job you've joined them then, Alfred, today, because you managed to... Oh, I see why it's investigation, actually, because you find gambling slips here, and sort of looking through the gambling slips, you will be able to find out that he has probably, the Freddie Marchant, has been running up substantial gambling debts, a lot of money, and it's penned to a gambling den which is marked with a small yellow flower symbol.
Ooh! I pick up the gambling chips, sniff at them, have a little lick at them, and then I turn around to the rest of the guys and said, "Hey, look at this. You see that symbol there?" And they just flick a gambling chip towards the priest.
I let it fall on the ground and I say, "Where did you lick it?"
That's one part of my investigative skills is the lick stuff. Don't you do that here in UK?
no,
In England?
no, but that's why we've not got investigation skills.
You don't like licking stuff? Well, I have no idea, but this seems like this symbol here is belonging. It looks very similar to the note we got, and I pick up the note I had, and show them show the similarity.
Maybe this job was his way of paying off his gambling debts.
Well,
Maybe.
it's a gambling den and a drug den at the same time, so you know.
And they're probably Chinese also.
But yeah, well, there are sort of Chinese characters on things. Does anybody speak Chinese?
Nope. I speak 5 languages, but not Chinese.
Okay, so you're not so sure what the symbols on the chips and things say. The yellow lotus symbol, though, on the chips matches the yellow lotus symbol on the paper that you found the opium in.
I think to myself, I know who will know where this symbol comes from, and I go out and find a local child and say, "Here, I'll give you a penny if you tell me where this place is."
The penny? Make me a streetwise roll there, please, sir.
They give him a
Make it-
shilling or something.
Shilling's a lot of money.
I know.
Get lost, you toff.
I'll excuse me, little person. I give him a shilling instead, and I say, "Hey,
Name's
how
Willie.
about this? Oh, hi, Master Willie. We need to know the location of where you get those chips here," and I show them the chips. And of course, I pay you 1 shilling for the job if you can tell me that. And then I pat him like on his head, like very awkward, like I have no idea how to treat kids. That's
Alright. Okay, so I guess that's a persuasion on him.
I have to use my. That is what.
You could do streetwise as well, actually, if you got it.
Oh yeah, of course. I have a lot of streetwise too. So, is that a persuasion? That is smart based, or is that a spirit based? I don't remember.
Spirit.
The unskilled.
Okay, so I had to do my unskilled roll then.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna Benny it. And I stop there. Is that enough?
He looks initially reluctant to speak to you. A bit of sort of fear in his eyes there of who he might be crossing. However, the shiny silver bit of a shilling.
Yeah, it's really shiny, isn't it? It's like you can even hear the sound like ding.
He'll quickly sort of snatch it off you, and he says, "It's a gambling den in Limehouse Street, Yellow Lotus, down with where all the Chinamen are."
Oh, thank you, Master William, or Willie, or whatever your name is. And I pat him on the head again, like awkward again. And off we go, boys and girls. Let's go to that gambling den and find out where the professor are.
Yeah.
Little Willie coughs as you leave, but rushes off with his.
Well, where he can buy a lot of medicine now too, if he wants to. How much is a shilling, by the way? I have no idea.
I think it's worth a fair bit. I'm gonna have a look.
12
actually.
pence.
It's 12 pence. Shit, that's a fortune.
Yeah.
I'll deduct that immediately. So
I don't know what you can buy with that. Let me just have a look.
Quite a bit.
I could buy a smoking pipe for 5 pennies, and that is a good smoking pipe.
Yeah.
Kid's rich now.
Yeah, he's gonna be either killed during the night because of it, and everybody's robbing him. He has to run away, so not the rest of the boys, the rest of the kids are killing him or stealing off.
As you leave, you'll hear the sound of a fight going on, and
Yeah. Oops.
All right, you make your way to Limehouse Street. Do you get the carriage to
Yeah,
take you there?
Yeah, the carriage is still waiting.
Well, you fellas are going to all the nice parts of town.
We are?
And
Oh, good.
we are? Okay, what do you know about that place, I ask?
Limehouse Street, I don't like stopping there. Someone will have the wheels off my carriage.
Oh, wow. Is that rough?
Yeah, you want to watch yourself there. You get mugged and anything. I'd hide your valuables.
I think if we're getting mugged, that mugger is going to be the most unluckiest person in the world right now.
Where's the nearest police station?
Well, there'll be one nearby. They tend to sleep in them and everything. I can drop you off at a police station if you want.
No, that's where the nearest one was. We're going to this other place first.
The nearest one to here will probably be something like H Division.
So when you start screaming, or when they start screaming and you guys start shooting, they will not turn up too quickly. Is that it?
Mm. They might turn up fairly quickly. To be fair, I mean it's the area where the Ripper did his work a few years back. So
Yeah, I heard about that. That was
Well, the Ripper in this was actually once the leader of your
the cabal, wasn't it?
yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
He defected and
Bastard.
Yep. It's probably that area where he went batshit crazy.
So, do we know anything about this gambling den, or that anybody that is local?
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, all we know is that it's Chinese owned.
Yeah, that's
which
it.
Which isn't a surprise in Limehouse because that's Chinatown.
So, how are we gonna proceed? Are we gonna jump in and because I know a little bit about gambling dens. They have usually top security, and if we turn up, we're gonna get our asses shot off. So maybe we should be more subtle in our approach.
What do you mean? We have been subtle.
Okay.
We knocked first.
Well, the thing is, I don't think the security would like us to barge in with weapons drawn and shouting out threats. I think that is frowned upon. Don't you think so?
What threats?
Okay. I'm just I'm gonna lose this conversation however I do it, so I'm just keeping my quiet. And I'm like, okay.
I've only spoken to 2 people. No, sorry, 1 person.
You threatened it.
And how many are still alive?
He's still alive. You give him a silver coin and he ran off. I don't know if he's alive now, but if he dies, it's your fault, not mine.
What?
I
Okay.
have not threatened anybody. I gave the thug a choice. I didn't threaten him.
I'm just saying, like, maybe we should be more subtle in our approach. Maybe we shouldn't like threaten everybody and get our heads shot off. That would be quite impractical.
Here's what we'll do. We'll let you do all the talking and we'll follow behind you.
Well, it's yeah, okay. Well, okay. Well, if you want that, I can, of course, offer my services.
Right, guys? Don't let him know, but we'll get our weapons ready and then wrong.
Don't shoot me in the back, though. I look at Arena because I've seen her shooting skills. How many shots did he fire? 3 shots, and all 3 killed something.
I think, well,
Did you miss any of the shots at the university at all? I think you made like 3 shots and 3 kills.
I think I did 4 and 1 just shook somebody.
Okay, but still, it's a hit.
I'll ask the cabbie if he recognises this sign. He might know where it is.
The yeah, I've heard of it. I think it's a gambling den down on Limehouse Street. Well seedy place there.
That's where we're going.
Popular with the sailors and things like that. Guys on shore leave. A lot of rough-looking people around there. You're not going to ask me wait outside there, are you?
No.
We will not do that to you.
He tugs on the reins and the carriage begins to roll forward through the misty Victorian London evening towards the seedy gambling den in Limehouse Street, the Yellow Lotus. And on that note, I'm going to take a quick break because I'm absolutely starving. I've just realised I haven't eaten anything, so I'm going to have some toast. And so if you want to take a 10-minute break and do whatever you want to do.
Good, because I had to go AFK because someone's shouting me, so I need to go downstairs.
Great stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Timing.
Well, I'm going to go undercover, so I'm going to put the claws back away, so I've just got the sword
All right.
visible.
All right. Back in 10 minutes.
Okay, let's take a 10-minute break. Okay.
Cool.
I'm back. Doo-dum.
Oh, I thought I was the only one back.
Oh, I was back and then I went away again.
I'm just back.
Are you still trotting away though?
No, I've just done it. I'll put a vote up.
Done the deed.
Hey, you just went live on Twitch.
Did I?
Yeah,
Delayed.
weird.
I think one's your sound, isn't it?
Yeah, I've ticked him actually. The sound guy.
I just ticked there now because I wasn't paying attention. I was reading my emails. Which is what people were shouting me to do downstairs. That check your emails. And then there was 5.
Yay. Alright. Okay, eventually you come to the Yellow Lotus, a small building in seedy Limehouse Street. It's a very narrow alley. The carriage guy will park you at the end of the alley and he'll nod and say the Yellow Lotus is just down there. You have to alight and
So I get out of the carriage and wait for the other one. Make sure my dress is no blood on it or any dirt on it. Try to look my best.
okay.
And then we head towards the entrance to the club.
It's a really tiny alley that you go down. It's only sort of foot traffic only, and the area is getting a bit late now. It's about 10 at night, and there's lots of drunk people, prostitutes who will wave and wink at you as you walk past.
I'm appalled.
There's various sort of sailors who are enjoying the last illicit activities of their shore leave. Eventually you will come to a small door, and above the door is the sign of the Yellow Lotus. It's a fairly unassuming and battered door. At the outside it there is a larger, burly looking Chinese man. You get no, the
Yeah,
sailors aren't waving.
Yeah, aren't waving at us. I just woke up to that Chinese guy and say, "Is this a private club or whatever here?" Look at him. I took really, is this a private room?
I have not seen you before.
Oh no, I'm new in town. I just heard about this place, me and my friends.
I see.
We heard only good things about this place. And I smile at him.
You come to gamble?
Of course, we have a pocket full of coin and we want to relieve it to somebody.
Looking at you, you appear to have decent business dress on. Indeed, your
Yeah.
decent eyebrow. Your names?
Oh, I am, you can call me Mr. Olson.
Olson.
And these are my friends.
Bodyguard.
Your bodyguard.
I'm a body.
Oh, yes, I look like surprised. Yeah, my bodyguards. I'm an important person. Very important.
I'm a spiritual advisor.
He'll furrow his brow and look suspiciously at the religious man. You gamble?
God works in mysterious ways.
I'm here to make sure that Mr. Olsen stays safe.
And we are, as I said, looking for a good time. And smile. I try to like do the a really like friendly smile, but it's more like awkward smile.
And just to make sure he doesn't get married again.
The burly guard will nod and shrug. He looks a little curious about you all, but he will open the door and swing it open, and it reveals a dark and dingy corridor.
So, is there any way we're just gonna follow this this hallway or whatever, and to what? Is there any other doors there, or?
The bodyguard, the bouncer, he'll nod, and he just bends his head to one side to sort of nod you down the hallway.
Okay. Yeah, I just follow the hallway then to the end, or wherever I end up.
Alright. You head in, it's got low ceilings and general dark decor everywhere. As you make your way down the hallway, it eventually turns a corner left, and there's some steps leading downwards. Following them further, it gets dark and clingy. There's tobacco smoke mingling with the smell of burning incest, and there's a haze you descend into as you go down the stairs further. It opens up into a main room which is filled with gambling tables, and there are Chinese women in elegant silk gowns. They're serving drinks and running games. You can also see rather sharply dressed, heavy-set Chinese men. They watch from a raised dais in the centre of the room, keeping an eye out for, you presume, people cheating.
I asked somebody where the proprietor is, if I can see him. I have something important offer to him. I just asked one that it seems like they are working here. Try to wiggle way up the chain of command.
One of the women will
Yeah, probably that. I am very respectful and trying to figure out where the proprietor is, who owns this place, and if we can try have a talk to him. We have a business offer. I give him my business card, by the way, or to whoever can give me access to him.
Well,
or her.
You'll be able to get the attention of one of the women in her elegant silk
Yes.
gown. She says, "You gamble, you drink."
Oh yes, we are gonna do that as soon as we're talking to whoever runs this place, and I smile because I have the one lifetime offer. Big, as I said, I come from Sweden, and I have some new invention with me here that could revolutionize gambling. And I smile again, awkward.
She smiles sweetly at you and says, I will let her know of your offer.
Her. What was her name again? I thought it was a male person that was owning this place.
I will let her know. You gambled. Drink for now. I speak to her for you.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, we wait here, and just look to the other poor guys and hope they don't kill everybody here, especially the priest. Like, yeah, they are sinners, but
Okay, you'll notice you're getting some suspicious looks from the men on the dais in the centre. They're sort of looking at you. One will be sort of talk to the other one. They'll sort of nod in your direction.
Do I notice anything about the clientele? Let's see if there's any
Let me notice roll.
anyone looking at us basically suspiciously. Notice.
I think everybody's looking at us.
Nope, didn't see anyone.
I'm more trying to see where that girl I was talking to, where she's going.
You should try to blend in.
And can I take a notice roll on her to try to track her, keep her eye on her?
Okay, you can. I think.
And I got a 5, so.
Okay, you'll see she disappears towards the back and starts talking to a man who's standing back in the shadows there. Jonathan, you said you were doing something?
Yeah, I was telling our friend Alfred that you should start to have a drink and do a bit of gambling, otherwise we will look even more suspicious.
Oh, yeah, maybe. But how do you gamble? I don't know how to gamble.
You get your money and
Okay.
you give it away.
I'm giving away my money? That sounds... What do I get for it? Okay, well, I try to... I order a drink, at least, and then I find a table of some sort that looks... I find a table where... The table that seems like they have most fun on.
Okay.
And then I try to see if I can pick a spot and get down on the table and try to figure out the game they're playing.
All right. Okay. And yeah, I presume Jonathan's sort of sticking with him, being the bodyguard thing. What are the other two doing at this point?
Yeah, I'll stay with him.
I'm just standing at his elbow.
I was looking at the people and not noticing things.
Okay.
Seems.
You're looking around, not noticing things. Are you going to go up to the table and watch him gamble, or are you? Because it looks like you're drawing a bit of attention to yourself at the moment. But...
I'll stand with I'll stand with Alfred, but I will be looking around because obviously I'm a bodyguard, so it's kind of what bodyguards are supposed to do.
Right. Okay, so you'll head up to the table, and you'll as you head up to the table, the another woman will return with some drinks for you. It seems like drinks are mostly complimentary here. To no doubt.
Oh, thank you very much.
And
I get up and being really polite as soon as she gives me the drink. Oh, thank you very much. Oh. And then I sit down again.
The men on the dais, their gaze drifts elsewhere as you begin to spend money. Seems they're sort of satisfied by that.
I try not to spend too much money because I don't have much money.
Maybe,
I have
I know you're not going to have the skill, so it'll be entertaining. Maybe a gambling roll, please.
Oh, is that smart?
I think there's an actual gambling skill on saying.
Let's have a look.
There is. So it'll be unskilled if you don't have it.
Yeah, but I have a jack of all trades. If it's smart spaced, I don't have the -2.
Isn't it just knowledge skills?
Yeah, so it's smart spaced. Let's have a look.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, any smart-based skill, yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I'm gonna roll unskilled smart, and I got a 4. That's enough for me.
All right. Okay. You'll.
I figured out the game quite quickly.
What's the popular gambling game, Aaron? You're a bit of a.
The Chinese, they like the what's the one they call?
Mahjong.
Yeah, Mahjong.
Yeah.
Chinese like.
Yeah, and the one with all those, they put it in a basket. What's it called? If you watch that James Bond movie, Goldfinger, I think. Oh, Man with the Golden Gun. That was the one with they were gambling. That is a very popular Chinese game. But let's say it's Mahjong or something like that.
It depends what the clientele is. If the clientele's Chinese, predominantly Chinese, then yeah, it'll definitely be Mahjong. But if the clientele's predominantly English, it'll be whatever we were playing in England in the 1890s, which would be, I mean,
Roulette, maybe. I don't know.
Well, roulette, poker's still there. I mean, it's not as popular in the UK, in England, as it was in the States. But you probably wouldn't be playing bridge or rummy or gin rummy or anything like that at a casino. So I would have thought poker would be fine.
Well, it's certainly a seedy den here, and there's a mix of clientele, some Chinese and some British clientele. Mainly, people, sailors and down and outs and the like. It's not a high class type of place, but there will be sort of Mahjong and a few different games. Will be some poker going on then, I guess. However, you managed to do all right with that success. I'm going to say you managed to sort of hold your own and kind of break even.
Oh, thank you very much. That is the best I could do.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. You could probably get in the hang of this game fairly quickly. So those of you that are noticing, make notice rolls, please.
I'm not paying attention because I concentrate on the game. So,
Look somebody is.
Irina is paying attention.
With a raise, fantastic, Irina. Okay, you notice that towards the back, there's a lot of curtains and drapey things in here, sort of things hanging down and the like. But you notice there's one area at the shady back end of the of this basement where people sort of disappear behind this curtain. You'll see some people heading that way and sort of don't come back. He suspects perhaps a door or a corridor there.
I'll as I'm sort of pretending to watch Alfred gamble, I'll just sidle up to Jonathan and point it out to him.
Cool. I was going to say, I was watching Alfred gamble, even though I was intending not to.
It was just too exciting.
I'm actually winning a little bit. And losing and winning again.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Cool. You reckon that we should go through that?
I think that's where all the business is really going on.
I will whisper into Alfred's ear, telling him where the about the door and where where Irina thinks all the business is going on.
I just snap out of the trance I'm in by being fascinated with the game, and say maybe we should try out the door and see where it leads, because we are wasting time right now, I think. Don't you? And smile at him. I think it's time for you guys to do your stuff. I get up and take my chips and thank you everybody, and yeah, I'm breaking even, so I'm happy. I learned something new. So where is that door? You said. I'm looking around and trying to.
Alright, it is actually hard to spot, and people go through it only occasionally, but moving to the back, you manage to sort of pull aside one of the garish red curtains, and it reveals a corridor which has actually got lots of painted dragons on it.
Ooh, cool.
It's yeah, lots of sort of dragon paintings and carvings all down there, sort of coiled around Chinese style long dragons.
So there is a Chinese theme in the Chinese gambling den.
There is indeed. There's lots of panels, coiled dragons soaring amid clouds. As you manage to sort of sneak down the corridor, and you follow it to the end, and it comes to it goes up a short flight of steps, and there's a door there.
Is it locked?
Okay, you go up to have a look at the door. Make me notice rolls, everybody.
Everybody's staring at the door.
No.
Ooh, 4.
Oh,
Irina and Frederick, who seem to be partners in crime, breaking and entering and the like. You notice the door here. It looks like it hasn't been used in a long time. It's actually got a lot of, sort of dust and grime on it around where the handle is, which if you sort of just touch, you'll make a mark on it. It looks like the door handle hasn't been used for ages.
So this isn't the entrance then. There is another entrance. Because we saw somebody entering this corridor, didn't we?
Absolutely, yeah. You've seen people sort of go.
Let's check out the corridor and see if there's another exit or entrance, or there's a secret door.
go to the door and look and see if you can push the hinges if it opens that way.
I don't think it's clever to touch it, because if it's nobody's touched it for ages, then it could be some sort of trap. I know Chinese people are really loving traps.
I said I said I was pushing the hinges side of it, not the
Okay.
side of it.
I wasn't.
You push on the hinges and not a lot happens. It's just you just push the hinges and it doesn't move or anything.
I'm like, you touched the door.
I thought it was like one of them special doors that, you know.
I think there's another entrance here somewhere. Let's have a look around. Let's spread out and see if we can find any more entrances.
Why don't we just stand here, wait for the next person to come through that door, and then let them open the secret door?
Why not?
What are you thinking?
That is in fact very smart. That was like, oh yeah, why not? Let's wait.
Won't they just see us stood there in the corridor though? And then,
but please don't kill that person before he's revealed it.
No, I don't think that they'll actually reveal it unless, if they come from the gambling den itself, they'll see us stood in the corridor, turn around and run back into the gambling den. But it's only if they come from the secret door, wherever that may be.
Yeah, then well, let's wait. Is there any way of hiding in here in this corridor? Or is too cramped?
Yeah, not really. It's too cramped. You can make notice rolls though if you're checking the place out.
Yeah, I'll do that while we wait, because I'm a curious person. So, ooh, 11.
No, there's nothing here. Let's go.
wait. I think wait.
As well, Frederick can make one if he wants, but
Oh, Frederick stopped looking. He made his plan. He's just waiting for that person to walk up them stairs.
all right, you sit there with your arms folded, waiting for someone to walk up the stairs. However, Alfred, you the panels on the side of the corridor, you're sort of investigating them, and you find one of them, the dragon's eyes. It looks fairly worn, and you can see a slight gap around it. It looks like it could be a sort of a button of some description.
as a kid, that's not supposed to do this, but I take my long finger and just push it in, like see what. I'm not thinking. I just push it. Do you get a critical failure, Jonathan?
Yeah, you're just. I'm not sure what you're doing. You're thinking something else, Jonathan.
He gets dust in his eyes.
Yeah, you probably don't even notice Alfred as he there's a shiny red button of a dragon's eye, and he reaches out his forefinger and presses it. There's an ominous click as the secret door swings.
I'll whirl around with my sword out, thinking that somebody set off a trap.
Oh, it's just me. I think I found the door here. I open it up slowly. I look down the whatever at the other end.
Maybe we should start whispering.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
And I try and go stealthy.
What do we see at the other end of the door?
Okay, the other
Oh,
the other end, Frederick tries to hide. There's some more steps leading down. These are sort of better worn. However, there is a strong smell of smoke and opium drifting up from the staircase.
Oh, we are going into the opium then. Shit. Isn't opium legal now?
It is legal, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's pretty much not much they got around to banning actually at this point, is there?
It was medicine.
Yeah.
They banned gin.
Grave robbing was banned.
Yeah.
Great. Opium is frowned upon. You'd probably get a serious tutting given to you if you're known to be using a lot of opium, because people obviously went to opium dens to avoid public gaze.
It was a faux pas.
I when they descend down the stairs, I'm gonna be the rear part of this this party. I'm gonna stay at the back and let the three others lead the way.
That's someone like you.
Yeah, I'm. You know, and somebody need to protect your backs. And this is more your game, not mine.
We shall stealth down the stairs like panthers.
I'm gonna try stealth. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ooh, I made it. I got a 4. That's cool. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
A pity that the rest of the guys are dragging you down.
So everyone pretty much disappears apart from Alfred, who's going on his own.
Oh, they disappeared. Where are you?
That's the Eorlden god. Okay, so you're pretty quiet as you descend down into the even more dingy opium den at the back of the gambling den. Around, she opens up into a dreary room which is filled with various booths, which are, opium booths where people can quietly go and take the opium. The atmosphere is even more dark and cloying, choked and sweet as a sickly opium smoke fills the air. In the booths you can see people lying on thick cushions, smoking, murmuring softly to one another, or generally lost in a stupor. An elderly woman will greet you. She bows her head slightly. "We have a vacant booth this way."
Thank you.
She leads you to the back to a booth which has got some rather dirty looking cushions in, and she says, your money and I will bring opium."
Look at the others for money.
You can look everywhere for money, and not looking out for me. Alfred there is our banker.
Yeah, I'll nudge the cash cow. Mr. Olson, yeah, the money.
Yes.
You have to pay the money for the opium.
Do we need opium? Where is the proprietor of this establishment? Is she here or he?
The elderly woman will smile. That's I'm Willie.
Well, how much is the opium? How much does it cost? Like a tiny bit, like the smallest amount. I smile and I say, is it very expensive?
Do you know, I don't know how much the price of opium was actually in Victoria. Aaron, have you any idea?
I have no idea.
Not off the top of my head, no.
No, nor I. It doesn't say in here. You'll pay some money. It doesn't matter for now. You'll pay some money to her, and she'll hobble off, and she'll return with a bag of opium. You have all the paraphernalia there that you need to use it should you wish.
Okay. Do we see anything else out of order here down here?
You've not seen the whole of the area here, the whole opium den. She's taken to a booth pretty much close to the entrance way. It's sort of dark and gloomy, and it looks like it sort of leads further back. There's sort of draped dangly beads hanging down.
Well, what's over there? I say, and then I start to like wiggle myself over into the dark, dingy bit. Try to get a more oversight of what's going on here. If I can see something that maybe can help me.
Okay, you'll just take.
I just play stupid. I mean, I am stupid, but yeah. Well, I'm gonna at least gonna try something like so. I'm gonna basically maneuver myself like almost running down. Oh, look, what's this? What's happening here?
Well, you can get away with quite a lot down here because everybody's in such an opium-induced stupor. Really, that no one really notices you.
Cool, lovely.
And at times the old lady will be busy. You will notice some dark figures around. It does look like there are guards here, but they aren't that vigilant because everybody's so stoned basically to be able to be up to much. Moving to the back, then you'll push aside the beads and look into the rear part of the opium den. As you do, you'll see some men who are shutting a trapdoor which leads upwards. They turn and with a toothy grin they look thug-like, similar to the men you saw earlier, and they will say, "That's them!" And you'll hear a loud
ouch. Dear sirs, what? Well, I think I gone the wrong way. Where's the toilets?
I push
I look
back
around
and start charging towards them.
Oh, thank you.
because it looks like they aren't gonna. They've recognised you. They say, "That's them." Is basically what he says.
Yep.
And they move to attack.
Time for stealth is over.
Sorry, how many did we see? I didn't hear a number.
There are loads. 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be 8.
Oh shit! He walked straight into the lion's den then.
Oh, you walked into the lion's den. We followed you.
Yeah, I led on. Oh, we're gonna die here. Here.
And it's like, this is perfect time for me to learn how to cast spells.
All right, there are 8 in total. They look like they've just shut a trap door there. They spin around and whip out sort of clubs and cudgels and look like they're there you go. Stop them! And oh damn it! I'm going to redeal.
Is there meant to be a picture or something?
I'm afraid. Oh, you've got a joker. I'm going to have to do this bit theatre of mine because I couldn't find a opium den map, which I might struggle with a bit in the sort of Victorian era. I suppose I could have wanged.
Hang fire a second. I might be able to help you out.
Oh,
give me 2 seconds.
oh yeah, okay.
One.
It's Benny worthy finding a. Not that you've all just got one because you got a joker, but.
I assist Jonathan with his looking for the picture.
And suddenly the den appears.
It's okay. I know where there is one in a Cthulhu by Gaslight module. So
Awesome.
I'm just going to pull it for you. Just give me 2 seconds.
Thank you.
How good it is, I'm not sure, but I know where it is.
Better than nothing, I guess. I could have winged it, I guess, but I didn't find one suitable, so I thought I'd go theatre of mine. But if he's got one, that's.
I don't have a mind, I have a theatre in.
I made loads of maps lately. A lot of maps for ETU.
Yeah, you've got that program, haven't you? I'll have to check that out. It looks good.
Oh, that is. I tell you what. If you learn to use that one, it's really good. That is one problem I have with Savage Worlds, especially if you're gonna play it virtual, is there are not enough maps.
Yeah, they do a sort of plot point thing, don't they, where they don't really do the maps. But then again, I mean,
Yeah. Sometimes you don't need maps either, because sometimes maps are. Then the game turns into chess.
yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes if you've got like one big bad monster, I think like Cthulhu and stuff, where you've got one thing, it's kind of that's sometimes better not to use the map. But in general. All right, so Jonathan, you're up first with the Joker.
Okay. Can you put me on hold? Because otherwise, I'm just going to get completely surrounded.
And it's a very good call because you don't need to roll to interrupt when you have the Joker. So very good idea.
That's right. Take me off wild attack as well.
Yeah, it's a bit enthusiastic to start off wild attacking.
Yeah, I just stayed on wild attack all the way from the university to here.
That is a good thing if you have a lot of bennies, but if you don't, it can be very deadly.
Well, this guy's going to do the usual sprint. Probably make it. Oh, he doesn't. So. Oh, he only needs 7.
Was some pots. He was stepping on some pots. Oops. Hello, friend.
Gary, he says, and swings out at you. You manage to duck back though and miss his blow. I'll remember his multiple attack list, multiple action. Sorry, I've put you in the firing line there, Alfred, but they're all there. But you were first, I guess.
Yeah, it's the name of the game. I am the first they can see, so why not go after me?
I'm going to try and fireball you if I can. Sorry. He killed me in a 5e game with a fire.
I just realized it. Like, didn't I kill you like a couple of weeks ago?
And I vowed vengeance. And the others move up because, yeah, they're just sort of advancing menacingly.
Okay. Now I'll go if that's okay with everybody, so I can make a bit of a hole, hopefully.
Okay.
We'll step through to there, and I shall attack misguided minion number 1 with the able assistance of my good friend Alfred there.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll help you. I distract him. Hey! I open my shirt.
Okay, so as I shake him, I'll move 1 step further forward, so I'm making sure there's enough gap for Frederick to get in behind me.
You're up, Frederick.
Okay, I take this time to do whisper a prayer to my Lord, and hopefully get protection.
More alcohol!
Oh my god, I did get it! Wow! I got the raise.
Wow.
Press the wrong button. Okay. Well done.
I
Oh,
clicked the button, so it's
2 races. Wow.